everyone, and welcome to Southpaw Saturday and Southpaw's cat. Meow, 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 meow. I'm a day late this week because I was actually at a meet yesterday, and I'll show you a few pictures in a moment, but this relates a lot to the current topic, which has to do with, I guess, being asexual in a sexual world. I suppose I had this feeling that I should be more involved in something outside the ace community because, as you know, asexuality is a really important cause for me, but more than that, it's also really become my life at the moment. And I know that's not how it is for everyone, but for me personally, almost all of my friends, either online or in person, are other aces or ace allies, and yeah, I guess most of my day is involved, you know, with the forum, with AVEN chat, with project team things, and yeah, even in person, I spend my time either, you know, doing personal hobbies for myself, going to class, or if I'm hanging out with other people, it's at ACE meets or at NYU's LGBT Fluidity Club, and I'm out there and they're very accepting, so even there it's like discussing ACE issues, and so I had that feeling like, maybe I should get out of this bubble, but a wise person told me that really I shouldn't do maybe what society thinks is appropriate, but what I think is appropriate. And right now I feel super comfortable with this as kind of my life and at this moment. And like Ninny mentioned in a comment that Sassy describes this feeling as, I guess, the ace bubble, when you're so involved with the ace community that I guess the outside world kind of takes on this. It's sort of shocking when you realize, oh gosh, the real world, it's not like the ace community. Case in point, I was hanging out with this woman who's a classmate of mine, and she was saying, you know, isn't it awful how in the city there's really no place you can go to hook up with people casually? You end up having to take them to your apartment, and then sex happens, and the next morning it's like, oh man, what was that? It's such a terrible problem in the city that there's no place you can just go. I mean, taxis are just so weird and inappropriate and awkward, and I'm like, yeah, that's not really a problem that I have to deal with. It was because I'm stuck in this ace bubble all the time. I was like shocked that people have these feelings of like, where can I go to hook up with people? Like, it's that thought process never occurs to me. Does not compute. That separates me from most people in my generation, I would assume. I feel like because I am the kind of person who enjoys analyzing things and thinking about things probably too much, that asexuality does come up, not maybe in conversation so much in my daily life, but it comes up in my thought process. You know, I'll see sexualized advertisements on the subway, or, you know, in a newspaper or something, and, you know, I'll think to myself, oh, how interesting that, you know, this is really relevant for most people in society, but it's not relevant to me, and it's not relevant to most asexuals, and it's those kind of things. Or, you know, I'll see people, you know, like a heterosexual couple, you know, kissing on the side of the street, and I'll think like, oh, how interesting, you know, that's definitely something that you wouldn't see as often, you know, with the queer community. And I have all these kind of like, you know, societal analyzing thoughts, looking at the norms and kind of how I, you know, might not necessarily fit in with most things that are considered the norm in society. And so I think in that way, I often am placing myself in that role of, you know, the outsider, you know, looking in at how the so-called normal things are, and in that way, I often do feel, no, I don't feel that I'm missing out, but I feel that sort of interesting kind of, well, I won't say us versus them, but it's like, you know, it is that separation, this veil, I guess, between, you know, me and I suppose most other people. How is that for you guys though? You know, do you often feel part of the sexual society, not part of? You know, how often do asexually relevant things come up in your daily life? Because I know that my experience isn't everyone's, and even though my world is overflowing with aceness, other people are like, you know, that's not something that really comes to mind that often, and I'm really interested in hearing your perspectives on this topic. So please leave comments or video responses or any of that, and I'll see you next week and I'll have a better video. So take care, everyone.